a Capitol police officer running hurriedly to the elevator. I see fret all over his face, and he's reaching, and I'm like, what? The door's shutting. Like, I can't open it. Like, what's happening? I look to my left, and there she is, Ilhan Omar.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Superior, and thank you for watching Superior Thinking, where we are committed to an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. And after just watching that video I showed you at the beginning of this video here, to put a little context on it, this is Lauren Boebert. You know what I'm saying? She is a rep in Colorado, which I am from. I live in Colorado, grew up, born and raised in Colorado, and this is really disturbing to me on so many levels because I thought Colorado, for the most part, was a pretty cool, chill state. We ain't messing with all that weird racism stuff, you know what I'm saying? Colorado is a really good mix of a lot of people, or at least in like Denver and Aurora. But this representative, she fabricated a story talking about Omar. She is a congresswoman. She is black. She is Muslim. And, you know, when you're black and Muslim, and you're going to be a target, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you're going to be a target just off of that. And she's a Democrat. So it's just plenty of targets that you can kind of pinpoint with her. But she fabricated a story talking about, as you see, you know, she was in the elevator with her and she didn't have a backpack. Thank God, because, you know, like, you know, terrorists and blowing up and putting bombs in backpacks, like that's pretty much what she was relaying to her audience. And obviously her audience are a bunch of idiots and racist, because that's the only thing that will keep them going. That's the only thing that she knows will get her votes, is if she's playing to what they want to hear. And that's a bunch of racist rhetoric. They don't want to hear about policies. They don't want to hear about anything that is going to benefit them, which I'm pretty sure they're pretty wealthy, so they don't need anything. All they want to do is hear what they're feeling inside, which is, we hate Muslims because we're Christians. We hate black and brown people because they're just messing up our country. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward a couple of days, supposedly they're supposed to have a conversation on the phone where Lauren's supposed to apologize to Omar and kind of squash this. And it didn't happen. And hear from Lauren, her point of view of what happened on the conversation. Let's go.
A public apology. So I told Ilhan Omar that she should make a public apology to the American people for her anti-American, anti-Semitic, anti-police rhetoric. She continued to press, and I continued to press back. And then Representative Omar hung up on me. Make no mistake, I will continue to fearlessly put America first, never sympathizing with terrorists. Unfortunately, Ilhan can't say the same thing. And our country is worse off.
Now tell me this woman, one, doesn't have the face to be slapped. Like, really, first she wants to say, I am a Christian. Like, first off, I am a Christian and you are embarrassing me. This is why people don't like Christianity, is because people like this use it as a front. You know what I'm saying? To have a reason to push out the nonsense. And just because you're a Christian, you're supposed to automatically think that person has high moral values. That doesn't mean anything. And people who really understand Christianity and have a deep respect for that Bible, it's just really embarrassing to hear people use that phrase as if it's a shield for ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're all of a sudden correct and you have a higher moral standing because you say you're a Christian, and the nonsense that you're saying must make sense because you're a Christian. You're supposed to love people and love Jesus, and it's supposed to be a representation of Jesus here on earth. So she can't be racist. That's that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? So that on its own deserves its own video, and trust me, I'm about to get in that ass with these Christians. But here is a video. Now, of course, a lot of people don't understand the consequences, like the heaviness of what they say, especially when they're in power. They don't understand the power they have when they have a platform and then they speak crazy things like this. Omar, she went to the floor and she played a voicemail that is a result to Lauren's rhetoric. Check this out.
I myself have reported hundreds of threats on my life, often triggered by Republican attacks on my faith. And this week, once again, we saw another increase. I'm going to play you a voicemail that we received hours after I got off the phone with Representative Boebert after she posted her video.
We see you, Muslim bitch. We know what you're up to. You're all about taking over the country. Don't worry, there's plenty that will love the opportunity to take you off the face of the fucking earth. Come get it, bitch, you fucking Muslim piece of shit, you jihadist. We know what you are. You're a fucking traitor. You will not live much longer, bitch. I can almost guarantee you that we the people are rising up, and you will be tried for a military tribunal, and you will be found guilty.
For those of you who did not hear it very well, let me read you what the voicemail says. We see you, sand N-word bitch. We know what you are up to. You are all about taking over our country. Don't worry, there is plenty that would love the opportunity to take you off the face of this effing earth. Come get it. But you are effing Muslim piece of shit. You are jihadist. We know what you are. You are effing traitor, and you will not live any longer.
Saying, well, that voicemail, one, we don't even know if he was white. And these Democrats, they probably did that on purpose. They probably had a paid actor to say all those things. Don't you know we had a black president? Don't you know that the Arbery's killers were sent to prison with murder? We can't be a racist country. No. Do you not understand when you play with people's fears, especially after 9/11, people are already looking at Muslims sideways, okay? And plus she's dark skinned, you know? So those are all the things that a lot of racist people fear. So what's the best way to instoke that fear is by saying these people, just like Lauren said, they are trying to take over your country. They're trying to replace you. Those things are going to make these white folks scared. Not all white people, but the racist one, which is, to be honest, I think it's more good white people than racist white people. But unfortunately, a lot of the racist white people have more money and have a bigger platform than the good white people. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and sisters. But unfortunately, when you put the microphone into these people's hands, they say certain things, and then that's when the violence begins, because these people don't know how to use their mind. They think they are in some sort of Marvel movie and they need to save the country, like they're Captain America or something, and Omar is like the Red Skull. You know what I'm saying? And then when people storm the Capitol looking for her, looking to kill her, then people are going to be like, I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't specifically say that we need to kill her. No, you just said that she's trying to take over the country. The jihad squad is trying to take over the country. They're saying these key words because they know this is how they invoke these emotions and these fear in these white people. Because trust me, a lot of niggas ain't worried about that. Like, oh, she's Muslim, who cares? I have a cousin that's Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's dark skinned. Who cares? I'm dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? So this really plays with white folks, and and these people love to get emotional. And when they get emotional, then they start picking up guns and thinking they're Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be responsible with the words that we say if we are in a position of power.